Hey guys, welcome to CodeChef's YouTube channel. The problem that we're going to discuss today is friend groups in a line. The problem appeared in Starters 9 of August 21 and has a difficulty level of easy. There are no prerequisites to solve this problem. The problem statement goes as follows. There are n positions available in a queue and we are given the information about the initial arrangement of the queue by giving a binary string where if the ith character is 1, it denotes that there is a person standing on the ith position. Also, additionally, it is given that the distance between two people standing at position I and j is modulus I minus j, where modulus is the absolute value. Okay, so this is the basic information given to us. Also, it is given that two people are said to be friends of each other if they are separated by a distance less than or equal to k. So let's say there is a person standing at some index, let's say index equal to 3, and there is a person standing on at index I equal to 5. Then their difference is the distance between them. So 3 minus 5, that is the distance, is basically 2. So if the value of k is, let's say, 4, then these two people are each other's friends. Why? Because the distance separating them is less than or equal to k. So this is the basic information given to us. Now let's see what we have asked in this question through an example. So let's consider the string s is equals to 1101001. Let me write it down so that we can understand it more clearly. So in this example, the given string is as follows and the value of k is given as 2. So people separated by a distance less than or equal to 2 are going to be each other's friends. Now there is also another thing mentioned in the question, that is about a friend group. You can read the definition over here, but I'll explain it through example only. So in this given example, person 1 and person 2 are friends because they are separated by a distance of 1. Similarly, person 2 and person 3 are also friends because they are separated by a distance of 2. But this last person is nobody's friend. Why? Because he is separated by a minimum distance 3 from the last person, right? So basically, the people, if they are each other's friend, then they form a friend group. So in this question, if you have already read the definition, these three people, they form one friend group and this is another friend group. So total two friend groups we have. Our task in this question is to minimize the number of friend groups. Now, how to minimize the number? We have been told that each person can move either one position right or one position left, or he can stay wherever he is. So by moving the position by just one unit, we can minimize the number of friend groups. So whatever is the optimal movement that we have to perform, and we just have to report what is the minimum number of friend groups that we can form. So in this example that we just saw, the last person can move one position left, so that the resultant string will be 1101, 0, 1 and 0. So this person moved one position left. So now you can see that these two people are friends, these are also friends and these are also friends. So they form a single friend group. So the minimum possible answer in this case is 1. The answer cannot be less than 1. So in this manner, we have to find the minimum number and report it. Remember that we are not asked this configuration in the output. We just have to report the minimum number of groups formed. Also, it is important that you note that more than one person can be standing in the same position after performing the movements. So initially only one person was standing at one position, but after doing the movements, there can be multiple people standing at one position. So that is not an issue. So I think now that the question is clear, let's move towards the solution approach. The solution approach goes as follows. First of all, I would like to mention that this is a greedy solution. It means that we are going to try and find the answer in a greedy manner. That is, we will first start a group, a friend group, and then go on including the person in this particular group until and unless it is possible. Okay, so as long as it is possible, we will keep including people in this group, and when it is not possible, we will start a new friend group. So this is going to be our basis for solution. It is a very easy greedy solution. You might be seeing a small code snippet that I've written. In short amount of time you will understand what it actually means. So first of all, we are going to need two variables. That is the variable answer, which keeps a track of the current answer, that is the minimum number of friend groups. And of course, initially its value is going to be 0 because there are no friend groups initially. We have not seen any person. And also another variable, that is last, which tells me what is the position at which the my just previous person is standing. Okay, so if I am at some index I, then I need to know the information that for that particular person, where was the previous person standing. So that is stored in the variable last. Okay, so initially definitely there is no person standing only, because we have not seen any person, so the value will be some very negative value. So let's say minus infinity. Okay, so let's say the given string was something like 0 1 0 0 1 0, something like this. So when you encounter the very first person, for this first person, let's say the index, I am using zero based indexing, so this is index 0, this is index 1. So index I is going to be 1, right? So what we will check, what is the distance gap between the last person and the current person. So the current person is standing at I is equals to 1. The last person is standing at minus infinity. So the gap is quite big. It means that I cannot include my current person in the last person's group. These two people cannot be friends in simple terms. Okay, so in that case, what I have to do? In that case, I have to let go of this last person and I have to start a new friend group from this person. Okay, because they two cannot be friends. If they cannot be friends, a person before that, he also cannot be friend. So I have to let go the last friend group and I have to start a new friend group. So the same thing you can see written in the code only. That is, I'm marking it in red. So first of all, I check whether the distance I minus last, if it is less than equal to k plus 1. Now you might be wondering, it should be less than equal to k. Why k plus 1? Because remember that the current person, either he can choose to stay in the same place, or he can go one position right, or he can go one position left. So which one is beneficial for us? If standing in the current position, he can be the last person's friend, well and good. But if he can go one position right, okay, if he can go over here and still he can be friend, that is even better. Why? Because it will be beneficial for the next person, right? Because they will become close to each other. So that is why I have written the condition, that is, if I minus last is less than equal to k plus 1, it means that they two can be in the same group. Okay, so to give a small example, let's say we have iterated some part of the string, and at some point the last person was standing at position 15. The value of k given to us was, let's say, 10, and this person, the ith person, current person, is standing at position, let's say, 26. Okay, so as you can clearly see, what is their distance between them? The distance between these two people is 26 minus 15, that is 11. So can they be friends? Yes or no? Yes, they can be friends. Why? Because remember, this person is at 26, but he can go one step left, right? He can go one step left and come to 25. So in that case, this line will be very useful. Last equals to minimum of last plus k, comma I plus 1. So what will happen? If I just erase this quickly, the last person was standing at 15, current person is at 26. Then when I go to the next iteration, the update will be as follows. That is, I have two options, either 15 plus 10 or 27. Which option do I choose? I choose 15 plus 10 because this is the minimum one. So now this person which was at 26, he will go at 25. So that will become my new last. and then I just go on iterating in the string and see where my next person is standing. So in this manner, you have understood the first part of the code, that is, if the difference is less than equal to k plus 1, we can put the two people in the same friend group. Or else, what is the other option? Let's say in the same example, if last is 25, k is 10, and the next person is standing at I is equals to 40. So in this case, there is no way you can make them both friends. So what you have to do, you have to start a new friend group from this person. So in that case, you will increment the answer, whatever was the initial value of answer, you will increment it by 1, and then that will become your new last. That is, now the value of last will become 40, and then you will again keep on iterating in the string to find the next person standing. So in this manner, we iterate in the string till the last. That is, we see all the people standing, and at the end, whatever is the value of the variable answer, that is the minimum number of people. So I hope you guys understood the solution approach. It is a pretty easy, greedy solution. You can take some examples. The best one is to take the same one, because k is equals to 10 and some values like person standing at index 15, then 26, then let's say 40, then 50, and so on. And you can find the answer for yourself and match it with the correct output. So now that we have seen the solution approach, let's see the implementation in C++. So the implementation in C++ is a clear reflection of what we just saw. Basically, we take the string input and then initialize two variables, answer and last. The last variable should be some big negative number, so I have taken it minus 10 to the power 6, and answer is initially 0. Then I iterate in the string, and I only care about the positions where the person is standing. So if si is equal to 0, I just continue in my for loop. After that, I check if my current person and the last person's gap is less than equal to k plus 1, it means they can be included in the same group. So I don't increment my answer, but I update only the last person standing variable. So last is equals to minimum of last plus k comma I plus 1, because I plus 1 is beneficial for us, but last plus k is the limiting answer. That is, the person cannot be beyond last plus k. Otherwise, they will not be in the same group. Or else, if this is not true, it means that we have to start a new friend group from the current person. So answer plus plus and last equals to I plus 1. Now why last equals to I plus 1? Because it is beneficial for us that the person from where the group is starting, that person is one position right, so that it is beneficial for the next person. They are as close as possible. So pretty much a greedy solution, and then finally we just output the answer variable. So I hope you guys understood the solution. If you have any doubts, you can put them in the comments below. I would be happy to answer them. Now, I would like to tell you guys about the competitive programming classes or online tutorials that we have at CodeChef with Unacademy. So there are these master classes, and online classes on all possible topics in competitive programming. If you want to master the art of CP truly, you can definitely try and attend them. Many of them are free, and some of them are paid as well. So you can opt for the paid subscription as well, where you will get live classes, recorded sessions, curated practice problems, and dedicated doubt support as well. And while doing so, while getting the subscription, you can use my referral code Darshan 25 to get instant 10% discount.